guys, welcome back. We'll attempt to finish up most of the heavy stuff today. But you can just focus on doing a little bit of decoration tomorrow and be done. There's probably not going to be much commentary tonight because it's going to be kind of loud here, so as opposed to having to keep muting my mic, I'm probably just going to do a lot of building, so it's mainly going to be gameplay. But I will check in every now and then to think if I'm about to do something that needs an explanation or my thoughts on something. I'll click back over. My focus is going to be finishing up this area. I got a couple different things in mind. I need to see how big these are, though. Either I'm gonna do like either a big fireplace in the middle, not a fireplace, but a flaming barrel, like a big fire pit type thing. Or I'm gonna do something with these crystals, these things. Either I'll do like a big, either do like a big cluster of these. I think I can do, 32 of them in here. They make a pretty cool pattern. I was kind of experimenting with them the other day. So you know, with a nice looking cluster of them. Do something like that. I did have another thought on using these things down here, because these can give you a really nice design as well. But I think these are going to be just too big for the area. I think, yeah, it's going to take up most of the center. But these will give you like when you get them all glitched in, you end up with like a bowl up here where you can put something in it. But I just think size-wise, I don't know, that might not be too big. Because my platform, the platform's going to come all the way out to where these wooden pieces are. So, maybe if I can figure out how to if I get something on the inside of this, I might be able to do something with these. But that part is, most of it's going to be hidden. So, unless I can bring it up a little. See, that's going to be too tall. It's kind of eyeballing things right now. Yeah. Push right through it. Try it different. About, yeah, that height is still going to be too tall. The problem is so much of it gets hidden. Yeah. I think that these corals are just going to be too big too. I want to fill the area, but I don't want to fill it up that much. Because my other thought was, I've done these before, it's just I can't remember the measurements I use. If I bring one of these all the way up, and have a door there, do a floor here, making it so just that part is through the middle. I could actually probably drop that down a little bit too. I think I normally drop this down. I haven't built one in a couple weeks. Let's see, what part am I looking for? Sometimes I wish we only had like one big menu. I can never remember what's in one menu. Drop this down. I think you get a little bit more fire that shows up. Yeah, a little bit more. And then if you go to the upper one, you don't even get the ring. Do something like that. Actually, I think I like the other position more. Let's see if I can snap that in there. That's not the wrong thing. Yeah, I think I like that upper position more. I'm just gonna figure out what I want to actually do. Because if I should have left that fire barrel there. My thoughts are, get a door here. I might go on a door. It's not a door. Kind of get this somewhat lined up. Bring that over. Do this just so I get it lined up. That's what I did before. Something kind of like that. Actually, I did sink it down a little bit now that I remember it. I use a different type of wall there. So yeah, I did drop down my floor. Alright. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Is go with the fire pit in the middle. There'll be a lot less pieces also. I want to establish a new center point, so before I get too carried away. Right. I'll just leave an extra wire here laying around too, just in case I delete something I don't mean to. Alright, so all of these can come out. I'll take these. Get rid of that one. I might as well go ahead and put in my edge tiles too. think what I might do is, I don't know. I was thinking I could do something with this, leaving this gap here, but I don't think it'll work out right. Yeah, it won't. I need to have an extra piece back here. I was thinking you could put something right in the center of this. I mean, I could free do with free placement. I could do something, but yeah, I don't want to go and make more work for myself. And I'm still leaving the paver and stuff there just in case I do need it. I'll just have to delete it later on. Actually, this paver, I'm just going to move back one because that might get in the way. I'm just going to leave this open for now. Because I got to figure out how far I have to drop down my floors. Because eventually what I'm going to have is I'm going to have a bunch of half walls glitched into a circle with the flaming barrel in the middle of them. So now I just have to figure out how far to bring the barrel down and the walls because they're on two different elevations. So I'm going to end up muting here. I actually got to run in the other room, and I just remembered I left something in the kitchen, so I'll be back. Give me a couple minutes here. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. think I had kind of a change of thought there for a second. I might skip the fire barrel and just go to the these plants instead. Because it's such a kind of a dark color back here already. And that'll brighten it up. What I want to see is I might still be able to use a barrel on the inside to add a little bit of that smoke to it. Oh, I wonder if these will do anything either. Sometimes mixing things together can give you different colors. It really doesn't with that though. Yeah, a lot of times if you have one of these with the lantern, it gives you a nice purple color. I was thinking maybe I could do something with that, but it's already really purple, so it doesn't show up. So. Alright. I wonder if... Once again, wrong menu. You can never keep these things straight. I can bury one of those in it to give it a little bit of a fire effect to it. Could actually probably make it a little bit smaller. Another thing I want to check is I bring this in. I was thinking about putting some grass around the outside of them. And kind of like a flat blade. I think that's kind of short though, aren't they? No, it's not too bad. But with that, I'm gonna need a different color. Short wall for that. Or a short wall that I can choose the color on frequently. That might do multiple colors. But it's kind of a pain to try to change them on the fly. So. So I have different color choices. I already placed. Okay. Actually, I think I'm going to go with a tall glass. Yeah, go with tall. I tend to use blue and purple quite a bit. Although that's a nice shade of purple. So in order to get that to work, you have to change your color to purple when you glitch it in. And do that. Oh, there's already quite a bit of purple there, but yeah, I could go all the way around this with grass. So that means I probably want to put in all my grass first. Actually, I think maybe I should make that. No, that barrel should be fine that size. I don't think that'll affect too much. It's mainly just to dress it up a little bit, give it a little bit of an effect. I can actually do a couple different types of grass in this area too to fill it out a little bit. And if I really wanted to, I could actually sink it down a little bit too, but I don't know if that would be worth it. I'm just looking to kind of hide this orange shell a little bit. A lot of it will be hidden anyway. Alright. I'm gonna mute for now and try to figure this out. That way you can also stop hearing me click my my controller every time I gotta do something. What I'm looking to do is stagger the two different flower types. So I did my first ring, and now I'm going to move the floors over and do the same thing, just so they overlap. Hopefully it looks alright. And put in some of this grass along the way too. I don't know how much of the grass I'm going to use. I thought about doing it on all of them, but I think I'm just going to kind of mix it up. So I only put in maybe like 4 of them, something like that. just to kind of give it, mix it up a little bit. I think that looks pretty good. See, some of these clusters are so thin that you have to double them up, or they just look too bare. And it's not too bad if you enlarge them and stuff, but when you're going with the standard size, it seems like you have to put a lot of them in there. Do a quick save here and see how the grass looks. I think that will look okay. That way it's not too overboard. Have a nice collection of color there. I think I like that. I don't know, I might do another color in here. Maybe with the short. Yeah, maybe do another color here, but with the short grass. And I'll offset this from the white ones. Yeah, it just kind of fills it in a little bit more. That way it's not too overbearing. I think that'll look alright. And it's not perfectly like uniform or anything. It does look a little bit rough. But that should give me quite a bit of color. Plus these crystals throw off quite a bit of color too, so I think it'll look alright. Because you're only gonna see, you know, like you won't even see this whole middle section here. You're just gonna see the rim. So alright. Do a quick save here. Clean up my mess a little bit down there. Put a bunch of stuff in the way now. what I do is when I do something like this, I stagger the placement of the floors. That way, I don't end up putting two of the same thing right next to each other. So now what I'll do is I'll go and I'll replace all those floors. I did my first circle, then I do my second circle, then I fill it all in. So there it is. Although I need to figure out, I'm gonna have to take this outer rim out again because I need to be able to pull a wire from the outside all the way back in. So I'm gonna have to rip all these out again. I could go to the outside of the floor and pull my wire in, but I know that when I get close to this edge, the collision on these is, and it's actually not too bad. I thought it was a bigger collision, but I don't want to get too close to the side of this thing and accidentally delete something out of it, because in order to bring anything back here, it's going to take a hell of a lot of effort, so I don't want a chance to delete anything. I mean, I could bring it back because I kept this this paver, so I can bring a lot of effort to replace one or two pieces, so I don't want to chance it. And I'm going to take a quick break here before I start on this. We'll hit the bathroom real quick and grab a drink, because there's going to be quite a bit of glitching going on. Then I gotta figure out what else I want to do. So I will be back. Give me like 5 minutes. thought of something else. I wanted to try. I haven't tried this yet. I'd like to be able to put an atlas in this too. So I don't know if this will work, but give it a shot. Where are they? Atlas statue. I might have to raise it up. Yeah, I have to raise it up. Alright, get rid of that. How am I going to do this? Light block. I'm not sure if these are going to delete out or not, though. Sometimes you can't tell. Sometimes these statues can be a little finicky. What am I doing? I need to bring it up a little higher than that, though. Yeah, this top section, this top part of the crystal is going to go right across there. So I need to bring that up more. I don't know, it might not be too bad if I'm trying to make it so the base doesn't stick out either. Let's see. This is the type of stuff that takes forever trying to figure out what goes where and how high to make stuff. I could probably just resize it with one of the containers or something. But I actually would like to be able to put 4 of them. Actually, I might be able to do that with a solar panel, actually. Let's see how tall this is. I have a feeling that's going to be way too tall. Oh, it might not be. That might hide it. I think that'll be alright. Oh, before I do anything, I want to get rid of this other wire. That's what it was. So I don't want this angled wire to get in my way at all. Let's see if this way is probably through the floor if I can reach it. Make sure I didn't delete any plants doing that. Why the changes to phase deletion is so nice. Before I did something like that, half of these friggin' flowers would disappear. And I think this will be high enough. But what I want to do, I kind of want to put 4 of them in there. So I think I can use a solar panel. I don't remember how. I think it's glitching backwards though. Yeah, they do. Okay. So to get around that, you pull from one side to the other, and that'll flip your statue around. So you're stuck with that. Then hopefully I'll be able to delete that. And two of them disappeared. Cool. That's what I didn't want. Let's see. I think if I pull them as wires. Actually, no, I can't even do that anymore, can I? How am I gonna do this? Don't know if this will work. I think this is gonna end up pulling them backwards. Also. It deletes my wire anyway. You bastard. That's what I was afraid of. Well, I just do one large one in the center. And go up pretty big. And go max size. And right about there. I could go something like that. The whole ring of them. I think that would look alright. And while I'm there, put one of these on the inside of it. Maybe it'll light it up a little bit. Come on. Buddies. There we go. Yeah, that's not going to work though. I'm going to go use a short wall instead. I don't know if it'll make it any brighter though. Yeah, it actually does. Yeah, because you can actually see the part of the globe in the back there. But it will actually be lined up correctly. Oh no, but of course it disappears when you delete the floor. Phase deletion, you're gonna love it. Okay, nobody's gonna see the bottom of this anyway, so I can actually use a full-size floor. Actually, let's see. I got a phone call. Come on. I'll be back. Alright, let's try this again. I had another thought. I don't know if I can do something with these or not. Did that even do anything? Thinking maybe I could use one of these for some type of movement. Why can't I glitch this a little bit? I don't know if that will add anything or not. That'd be the last thing I put in if anything. If I need some movement, I can use it. I'm not a big fan of it. Might look good when they're all pushed together though. Alright. And I thought about using a full floor in the middle to mark the center, but I should be all set with just one of these. Alright, that is done. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just start pulling my wires to the center. Actually, I'm going to do an Atlas statue first. I keep knocking myself out of camera. I'm pushing buttons too quick. Let's see. There it is. I don't have a lot of room to mess around with there, do I? What I try to do is line right up with that the center of that wire mark. Of course, gotta rotate it too. I'm gonna go like one click down. That looks fairly centered. And I'm pretty sure I can get see. Do a quick save first. I don't want to screw this up. I think I'll be able to get one of those spear things in there. I just have to do it a different way. So, go up a wall, short wall. Yeah, I think that will work. Hopefully it does. I'd like to be able to get some type of light on the inside of that. Yeah, and that should drop it as soon as I can get it lined up. Yeah, that'll drop it right in the center. So I think that will work all right. There we go. That lights it right up. That looks pretty nice. And because I was able to universal adjacency that in, I don't have to worry about it phase delete now. That looks good. Alright, do a quick save here. Then I'm going to start pulling my wires in and start glitching all these things around. So I'm going to mute it here for a bit. And I always mark my starting position too, just so I know where I began and where I want to leave off. So I always do that. Okay, and now you see how I don't have the connector in the middle anymore? That means I want to delete that last wire. Now after I delete that, I should be able to access that connector in the middle. So then what I do is I do just like I did the plant inside the building. I do the same exact thing. I just pull from the outside to the inside. And then when I get to my last wire, I leave it there, and then I start putting in my other wires. You know, I'll start, you know, that'd be the last wire I glitch on, so I'll start right here, put in my next wire, and then I can delete that wire, you know, that last wire I glitched on before. So I'm gonna mute again. And it can be, you know, you might want to do this quick, but stuff like this just slow down. That way you don't accidentally miss, putting one of these in. Because if you do miss one, putting one in, it's going to stick right out like a sore thumb. And then you have to go back and kind of try to figure out which one you accidentally missed. And it's not fun. So just take your time. You'll see it when you put it in. You'll get like an orange outline. If you don't see an orange outline, stop and try it again. Alright. So definitely just take your time, and take your time and you'll be fine. So. And just if I miss one of these, like I end up with one in the middle that's just missing, now I have to try to retrace what wire I pulled from, or what position. And sometimes that can be just a colossal pain, especially if you have a bunch of different angles going on. And that was the last wire I pulled from. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull my next wire in, and then I can delete that wire. And then I just lay out all my wires again, just rinse and repeat. And after I glitch them in, you can just glitch right away, from wire to the center, and then come back and delete your wires all at once. It's just I do it one by one, so I can't possibly screw it up. Or if there is a way, I'll find a way. But I've had good luck with just doing it one at a time. That way I don't miss anything. This is an erase, so it shouldn't be a race anyway. But I just, take my time. And eventually, like if you're having trouble glitching these in, it takes practice more than anything, just getting your timing right. I miss my glitches all the time, so especially if you have a controller that's a little bit older, it can definitely be a challenge. Alright. I'm going to mute again. I hate it because the PS5 controller has that built-in mic, and the clicking and everything is really annoying. I've heard it back on stream before, and it drives me nuts, so I can't even imagine you guys listening to it, so I'm muting. once again, I just got my last wire, my last glitch in. So I'll start a whole new series of wires. I'll put the first one in and then delete the last one. Alright, and one more small thing of these to do. And because I know I started here, I want to stop on the one right before. That way I don't accidentally double up on anything. Alright, and there's the finished look. I think it came out pretty good. It dresses up the middle quite a bit. No, can't really argue with that. I knew the flowers, I knew a lot of the vegetation here would disappear, but I think that'll be perfectly fine. I kind of wish I had come out a little bit more with it, but oh well. It just means, you know, it'll give me a little more space for people to walk around it or whatever. So, yeah, I think it looks pretty nice. I haven't done a full circle of these yet, so I weren't too sure how it would look. I'm pretty happy with that. I wish they were a little bit bigger, but that's really not a big issue. And if you're looking to glitch these upside down, that's the look you'll end up with. Which that could actually be really useful. Granted, you're not going to have this cross beam from the floor, but you can come up with some pretty cool stuff using that. It's a pretty cool look. I already have an idea of what to do with this. Ooh, I am going to be using that. Okay. Now that that is done and over with, I'm going to, once again, I'm going to put my center point back in the middle in case I need it. That's like a reoccurring element with everything I do, pretty much. I always, actually I kind of mess that up. I'm going to put that there, because I still have to put this outer rim on, so I want my wire to be out here instead. And I screw that up again. Alright, I still got a wire there. I want to delete this wire. Bring that out. Make my new wire. Alright. Now I can delete that. Worst comes to worst, I can always find my center point back here. I just have to build in a little bit and use a short wall or just a regular wall, and I can find my center again if I have to. I'm not too worried about it. I'll replace all my floors. I have to put in a whole bunch of short walls also. But first I want to see how that's going to look with a flaming barrel in the middle of it. But I want to make a save before I do that. Because if that flaming barrel looks horrible, then I don't have any way to reload, you know. So, whenever I'm doing something like this, I always definitely make sure I reload or I save before. That way at least I have something to fall back on. And if you're not doing that, it's a really good thing to start doing. You know? Especially if you're like me and you make mistakes a lot. So it's definitely something worth getting into. Ooh, that does add a little bit more glow to it. These already glow a little bit, but that adds to it. Plus you got the little fireflies that come out too. Yeah, I think I like that. I think it's gonna have to stay. Let that one go. I'm gonna go back and get a concrete. Actually, I got one right here. I'm gonna put in 64 of these. I need one on the top, one on the bottom. That way I can hide hide the bottom of it a little bit. And you know what? I'm gonna take a calculated risk. I'm gonna delete this and that. I can always get it back if I need to, but I don't think I'll need to. And if I do screw something up, nobody will know anyway, except me. And maybe Enter Silver. Click all these in. Get the decorations. I don't know what I'm gonna do out here. I think I'm just gonna do like a little like lounge area, kind of little social area. Some tables and couches, and maybe put in, I don't know, figure something out and fill it up a little bit. So I wonder if one of those, actually I don't want to touch this thing now. I was just thinking, I wonder if one of those globes would do anything in there, but I don't think it will. And that won't do anything. I was just looking to see if maybe I could get just that water part to show, but it won't because of the stupid top of these things. I'll just experiment with a bunch of stuff and finish things up. I'm probably gonna end up calling it there. Because I don't want to I don't want to show off how I'm doing everything, so I'll probably end up, just call it there, and because the next 2 or 3 hours is going to just me brainstorming, putting different glitch stacks together, so if anything does come up, I'll stream it, but I don't think I'll run into anything too groundbreaking. But this whole series is going to be posted after Enter Silver actually visits the base. So it's going to be a couple weeks from now, most likely. I think he plans on starting this coming week. So, and he said I'd be one of the last ones. I told him it would be kind of a heavy render, so you might want to wait a week or two to visit. So after he visits, I'll post these online. The first one's already on my channel. It's just me kind of putting together the circles, mainly just the floors. And I didn't stream how to do the this power arc. I didn't stream that because I didn't really know how I was going to do it and what size I was going to need and all that stuff. So I figured I'd just kind of skip it because I didn't want it to be, 6 hours of me just trying to figure out how I'm going to line things up and everything. Because that took a bunch of reloads just to figure out the capillary shells and the spacing of the light floors and all that stuff. So, and I got stuck in the wall once. That was fun. Good times. So, all right, I'm gonna call it there. And if there's anything else left to stream, I'll stream it. But the only thing major that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put in another lily pad out here. Just so there's a little landing spot between the two. I did want to do something down here, but I don't know if I can really build anything down here because it is kind of far away and it is out of build range. So if I do build something down here, you'll see it on the base tour, but I don't think I'm gonna do anything down here. Maybe I might do, maybe something like a little biodome or a little garden area or something, but that's not going to be anything crazy or anything. Because I'm also going to have to put in, if I do that, then I'm going to either need a teleporter or more lily pads. And those lily pads take up quite a bit of resources, so I'll probably skip on that. But I'm gonna stop rambling and end the stream. And thanks for tuning in, anybody that swings by. So I appreciate it. All right, thank you, and you guys have a good day, night, whatever it is for you. So, see ya.